This afternoon, we are inviting a speaker who is an experienced expert in this industry. He's going to tell us the latest trends that will contribute to the growth in the gaming industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Benjamin Tseng, founder and CEO of the Net Publishing Company. Benjamin, please.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Benjamin, the founder and chairman of Net Publishing. I know this short break from the morning session, so if you didn't have lunch yet, so I will try to keep you sleepy, to keep you away from your hunger. If you did have lunch, I will keep you sleepy as well to follow your desire. So it's a tough job. So it's always, for the afternoon session. So before I start, I would like to give you a brief introduction to our company. Net Publishing was founded in 2010, December, and got the official IPO in 2016, September in Taiwan. Net Publishing focused on mobile game publishing since 2013. Our target market is Taiwan, Hong Kong, and the Southeast Asia country, like in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia. We also do global publishing as well. So we work with the top leading developer in China, like Tencent, NetEase, and Perfect World. We launch about 20 to 30 titles a year across this region. So during the last 5 years, we had a huge growth. So we hit about 70 million US dollars revenue last year, and we believe it will be more this year. So it's because we are very specialized in data-driven approach. We collect all the data from each game in each market to make it an analytic database in our company to build our own business intelligence. And also make all these to do the segmentation, retargeting, to get use of our internal demand-side platform to play advertisement not only on Facebook, Google, and third-party affiliate network, and to maximize our marketing return on its investment through the funnel analysis. So if you are the developer looking for publisher in this region, you can come to me afterward. So the other reason is we are kind of luck. So because we ride on the mobile internet trend. So 5 years ago, we launched our first mobile title. So at that time, we have zero revenue from mobile game. After 3 months, the revenue up to 30% of our total revenue from mobile game. 6 months, half of them come from mobile game. So according to Newzoo, till 2020, the mobile game will represent half of the total market, up to 65 billion US dollars. So if you are still the gaming startup looking for opportunity, mobile game is definitely the space you need to consider. Second, APAC was definitely the heavyweight, because China already the #1 game market in the world, not only PC but also mobile. So also Japan is the #2 market in this region, and Korea is #3. Taiwan and Hong Kong, together with traditional Chinese market, will be the #4. The rest will be the Southeast Asia countries. So only last year, there are more than 47% from this region, up to 51 billion US dollars. Taiwan is our own market, with only 23 million population, with amazing penetration, 21 million online population. So create almost $1 billion US dollars revenue in 2016. But actually, from our statistic from government, it's up to 1.9 billion US dollars in terms of revenue because the third-party payment is a huge portion in Taiwan. So if you look into the top grossing in Taiwan market, you will see 50% of the game come from China. The other 20 come from Japan and Korea. The rest 20% will be from US and Europe, and the rest 10% will from Taiwanese developer. So Taiwan is the strategic market for everyone if you want to get into the Asia-Pac region. The fourth will be the mobile PvP game. If you look at the left corner, I don't know, are you familiar with this game or not? It's called Arena of Valor. In China, we call it 王者荣耀. In Taiwan, it's 传说对决. Last year, during the Chinese New Year in China, there are more than 80 million active users. We are talking about daily active users, and they generate almost 5 billion US dollars in China revenue. So you can see almost everywhere in China, they sit together, play this game anyway, anytime, anyhow. The other one is Clash Royale. I think in 2016, when it first launched, the first month, they create more than 80 million revenue. So the other example is the Chinese traditional board game. Mahjong is developed by the Taiwanese developer Game. So it attracts more than 10 million users to play the game. So it's also the most popular board game in Taiwan. The last one is the one we work with the Taiwanese developer Breath 9. In 2015, it's a trivial game. We call it 知识王 in Taiwan. Only in Taiwan, create more than 7 million downloads, together with 500,000 daily active users. It's kind of phenomenon at that year. So all these four examples represent this low barrier of entry on mobile game user could drive esports, make it more possible. Especially in China, more than 20% of the company organize this kind of event and tournament. I think we will see a lot of similar events in other regions. VR. Actually, in 2016, 2 years ago, Pokemon Go came from nowhere, because it really create another phenomenon. So according to our number, the first 9 months, they create more than 500 million US dollars in terms of revenue from junior to senior. You can see everyone play Pokemon, in the street worldwide. So, but after Pokemon Go, we didn't really see any AR game, can have such impact. So we don't know what will be the next AR game coming into the market. But when we talk about VR game, we talked about VR for several years, but it didn't really be in the spotlight. We will say because of the low hardware penetration. So it's difficult to become the mainstream for the next few years. So VR now still mainly from the hardware and the theme park. So this is the market trend we see for the recently. So if you are a gaming startup and looking for opportunity, this is something I think you can look into this market trend. Get back to the topic today, because we would like to give you some advice. If you are a gaming startup, you want to get into the arena, so there are some rules or survival guide for you to look into. The first one, rule number one is you have to go global since day one. Why? Because 5 years ago, when we launched the first mobile game, the CPI, I mean the cost per install, is something like 0.2 to 0.3 US dollars. But nowadays, the CPI costs get very high, 10 times. You have to spend more than $2-3 to get an install. Even more, if you launch it again after 1 month, it could be up to 10 US dollars. There's no way for a gaming startup to do the marketing like this way. So you have to think global since day one. I think there are some good examples I can share with you. First one is Candy Crush. It's launched in 2012. You don't see much top grossing in many countries, but you can see many top download ranking for Candy Crush. For the last 5 years, Candy Crush created 2.7 billion downloads, together with the almost 300 million daily monthly active users. So it also created more than 800 million US dollars last year. So it's amazing, right? So if they don't go global, there's no way you can get this performance in this kind of casual game. The other example is Clash of Clans. It's also launched in 2012. So even last year, they can create more than 1 billion US dollars. It used to be the most top-selling mobile game in history. The third one is Gardenscapes. I don't know, probably you are not familiar with this game. This game is developed by a Russian developer called Playrix. So because this game makes Playrix now the top leading developer and game company in Europe. You can see many top grossing and top download in many countries, not only in Europe, but also in Asia. So if you are a gaming startup, you are looking for opportunity, you have to go global since day one. Rule number 2, not to copy, but to steal. There's also a quote from the co-founder of Playrix. They say, I don't clone. I create new and unique game, but based on proven gameplay. So their match 3 gameplay probably inspired by Candy Crush and some other match 3 game. So you have to learn from the proven and the successful gameplay. And here are also some examples you can take a look. I don't know, are you familiar with this game called Trivium? If you are, then probably we are at the same age. At least we are the same generation. It's a very classical PC strategy game in 2004. You just collect the resource, upgrade the building, and train your troops, and fight your enemy. That's the basic strategy game it is. So, but after 10 years, there's a game called Game of War, developed by Machine Zone in 2013. Of course, it enhances everything, graphic, gameplay, and new function and feature. But the most important is on mobile. So when you launch in 2013, it get the top grossing in 2014 and 2015. In 2016, they create only this game. It create more than 900 million US dollars in terms of revenue. So this is all inspired, by the Trivium, the very classical game. After 1 year, there's another strategy game called Clash of Kings. It's developed by Elex Tech. It's a Chinese developer. This game makes Elex the most successful game company, overseas publishing in China. So this game created more than, I would say, 800 million or even 1 billion US dollar accumulate revenue. And after this, there are two different examples. One is Immortal Conquest. It's developed by NetEase in 2015. In Chinese, we call it 率土之滨 because it's published by our company. So it's very, very different way, but it's still a strategy game in the sandbox gameplay. And this one is also very, very successful, not only in Taiwan, but also in China and some other Asian countries. The other one is Lowe's Mobile, is developed by IGG in 2016. And only because of this game, when I first look into the market cap of IGG, because it's a public in Hong Kong market, it's something like 500 million market cap. But now, if you look into the stock price, it's something like 3 billion, 4 billion market cap already. So all these examples show us, don't be shy or don't get shamed to learn from the good game like this. But you have to create something new and unique to make your game attractive in the market. Rule number 3. You have fail fast and learn faster. Because there's no way you can launch your game at the very first beginning to get succeed. Here are some examples you can see. Again, Candy Crush. Candy Crush starts from PC game. Out of the 200 games from King.com. After that, because it became more and more popular, they developed together with the Facebook, it became a Facebook game, and also make it more popular. But it really get the huge success only when you move to mobile. As I say, this game has created more than 2.7 billion downloads. It's already the most downloaded game in history. And the other example is the 知识王, the quick think, is also developed by the Taiwanese developer. This game is where when you play, it's already third version of this game. We published the game and didn't work out. We off-shift and redesign and publish again. Only till the third time we publish, we can make a big success in Taiwan. The other example is the Clash of Kings. And also, when he first launched in 2014, it's a kind of castle defense game. Of course, it didn't work out. After 2 months, they redesigned again, they published again, failed again. And after 2 months, they redesigned again and published again. Then they get very positive feedback from the audience, from the user. So you have to learn faster only when you fail fast. So this is the rule, number 3. If you want to get into the mobile game space, if you are still a gaming startup. So look all these game giant now, no matter King.com or Playrix, IGG, Elex, or Supercell. Actually, they are founded in 2003, for example, King.com. Playrix 2004, IGG 2006, Elex 2007, and Supercell 2010. So if you want to be them, so you have to have some key success factor would be, the first of all will be your team. Your team must be open-minded. Your member have to be international. You will try to think to go global since day one. And work on the title you are going to develop. Not to copy, but to steal. Get inspired by the successful gameplay. And then you got to believe what you are doing. Because all these game companies, they are not in the game map worldwide 5 years ago. But now, they are leading game company worldwide. So this is not the last, but the least I will give you if you are considered to develop a new game as a game startup. Try to make a good team, work on the title you believe, and try to be patient. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Benjamin.